Thank you all for coming. I'm so glad you could join us for this very brief press conference. And we want you to enjoy a wonderful achievement of two organizations, one of which is Tubman, and the other of which was ElderCare Rights Alliance. We have joined together and are fortunate enough now as Tubman to be able to claim elder care and rights as a center of Tubman. And I want you to take the term center in its broadest sense. While in these early days, that team and staff are located here in the new Harriet Tubman Center East, the former St. Paul Monastery. But in fact, as you think about it, it is a center of service for Tubman that will work out of all of the sites that Tubman holds across the Twin Cities. So we're very, very pleased that this was able to take place. I was approached by the executive director of the ElderCare Rights Alliance, Janet Golden. Janet, would you come up and join me up here, please? When her organization was considering their future, I'm going to let Janet talk to you about that, their thinking, and then I think you may even intuit why it was that this looked so wonderful to Tubman, its staff, and its board. Janet?
Good afternoon. About a year ago, ElderCare Rights Alliance made the decision to seek a partner or an association that was going to complement, if not expand, the programming that ECRA was famous for. We've been around since 1972, and so the decision to find an organization that would complement our work was a very big decision made by the board of directors. ElderCare Rights has been working as advocates for seniors, for vulnerable adults around the state. We work exclusively in nursing homes and assisted livings. We work with professional and formal and informal caregivers around the state, helping them deal with the challenges of an aging population. When we joined forces with Tubman and became the ElderCare and Rights Center, we've really expanded our ability to reach a broader community. Individuals who are vulnerable adults suffer from a variety of issues. It could be brain injury, it could be chemical and mental health issues. It could also just be the fact that they are receiving care in their homes. Working with Tubman, we have expanded our expertise in working with vulnerable adults. When ECRA became part of Tubman, we brought with us our expertise with the challenges facing an aging population. People dealing with dementia, people dealing with chronic illness. How do they maintain their lives? How do they stay in their own homes? Working with Tubman, we have between us started a program called the Sustainability Services, which is going to allow victims of elder abuse, victims of domestic violence, to move on from the violence into through work and learning new skills, more confidence, getting themselves clean, enabling them to lead productive, healthy lives, and in the case of many seniors and vulnerable adults, a future and a life with dignity and the confidence to face the challenges of the future.
Thank you. Thank you. I always say that Janet doesn't brag effectively, or sufficiently, perhaps that's it. They have brought Tubman so many things beyond that. I'd like to be able to introduce to you Norma Adams, who was the chairman of the board of ECRA and is now on our board of directors, thank goodness. Sonia, as well, as we have volunteer attorneys, and we have found that we have to ask them to leave being a volunteer attorney so that they can in fact do board service. But this whole area of expertise, as you can imagine, people who are victimized need legal services quite dramatically, and given the number of elderly people that are now going to end up in significantly different circumstances they did only a few years ago, before the economy crashed, before their children and grandchildren started losing jobs and all the rest, need the help the legal help as well. So there's so many different ways that the organizations were able to mesh together and expand each other's capacities, that it's really quite a wonderful thing. I would say the last piece for me is that we know that we have served at Tubman, which by the way started much later in 1976. We know that we have been serving elder women in our shelters for years, and men as well on the phone. But now the level and degree to which we can work with them, especially as it may relate to services here in this wonderful new site, Harriet Tubman Center East, the former monastery, because there's more residential space here, and we think perhaps we will be able to provide space for seniors who need it as well. So we're very lucky. If there's any questions, I'd be delighted to take them. Otherwise, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here and celebrating with us the newest merger between Tubman and ElderCare Rights Alliance. I hope to see you at the classes as we come back in the new year in January. And if anybody here would like to volunteer, there's a spot for you wherever you are. Thank you.